Today's video is very difficult to talk about and it's very sad, but it's something that every single RVer needs to be really well aware of and educated on, and that's what today's video is about.
So you may or may not have read this story. We heard about it a few weeks ago, but we wanted some more information on it before we did a video. Now, this has been on different news outlets. The one we're going to specifically read about is abc27.com, and the headline is, "The Racing Community Remembers Family Killed in I-81 Crash." August 9th, approximately 8:50 p.m., police were dispatched to a fatal crash on I-81 Franklin County, PA, and it involved 4 family members in a Class A motorhome and a dog, as well as a truck driver. 5 fatalities, not including the dog, which would have been 6. Very tragic. Class A motorhome going down the road at night had a catastrophic front tire blowout, caused loss of control, going over the median and going head on to a truck coming the opposite way. Result, 5 people and a dog dead. Really, really sad, guys. And statistically speaking, this doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. And you can read, there's quite a few stories out there, especially Class A motorhomes. Front tire blowouts can be a real problem. Something that we keep on the back of our mind. Couple things that you can do to put the odds on your side. And one thing that you can do that really puts the odds on your side, that if you do have a front tire blowout, will probably save your life.
As you know, we're owners of a Class A motorhome. We know, and we've said this in various videos in the past, Class A motorhomes, they do not fare well in crashes. They're not crash tested. They are not meant for crashes. And as we'll show you in the pictures from this horrific accident, when a Class A motorhome is in a crash like this, it basically just crumbles apart.
You know, we've done videos talking about safety on the road, and we have people in the comments saying, well, statistically speaking, Class A motorhomes, they're not in a lot of accidents, and you would be correct. This family was in that accident, and they're no longer here because of that. And like MJ said, we'll show the picture of what this looked like, and you can't even make out what it was. You want to not be in a crash with this, especially a front-end crash. And we're going to talk about some of the things that you can do to really reduce that chance of being in a crash.
So the first thing, crashes many times are caused by speed. People are just going too fast, and we see this a lot of times on the road where people are flying down. We'll be going 65 and a Class A will fly past us. Trailers, yeah, anybody, they're just going so fast. The problem with that is if something does go wrong, your reaction time is lowered. If you swerve, it's just not going to be as easy as if you were going 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, and also speed kills. So statistically speaking, the faster you are going, the faster where you make contact when you go from moving to stopping, the faster you're going, chance of fatality goes up. And in a motorhome, it's no different than in a car. And before we go further, guys, none of this is specific to this tragedy. We don't know what the speed was. We don't know conditions of tires. What we do know from what's being reported, there was a tire blowout. But we want to give you different factors that can contribute to either a blowout or a fatal crash.
So let's talk about the tires themselves. I think a lot of people forget. They just, oh, they'll be fine. And we'll hear people that are driving on tires that are, 7, 8 years old. We just had our tires replaced this past year. We usually go about 4 to 5 years or so. We're a little more cautious with that. We would rather do that than be safe than sorry. So you talk about the tires. One of the biggest causes of blowouts is the condition of the tires. If your tires are too old, looking at the tread, always be checking your tread. Are there cracks? Are there holes? Are there splits in the tire? All of these things can contribute to that and cause horrific accidents like this happen. Another thing is the load that you're putting on these tires. I know we like our hashtag stuff, but if you're carrying too much in your RV, that can cause a lot of issues with the tires. Another thing is the tire pressure. We've said this 8 billion times on this channel. You need to have a tire pressure monitoring system. We use the Tire Minder. You can use any kind that you like, but we've had this for a long time and it's worked well for us. Will this fix all problems? It's going to let you know if there's pressure is dropping drastically or anything that's happening that shouldn't be happening. Absolutely. So this is going to alert you that you can then quickly pull over and address the issue.
So MJ talked about, checking your tires. One of the big things, especially as they start getting older, and the big saying for RVs is that the tires age out before they wear out. These are not like semi-trucks running 24/7 down the road. We've had people say, oh, well, I drove a truck for 25 years and we never put new tires. We refitted them and we ran them it's not the same, guys. These are not running all the time. Couple things that you can do. Dry rot is a big problem because these things, a lot of times they're sitting. Dry rot is essentially, you'll see like little micro cracks. You won't see them, and these are like brand new tires, guys. But how you can prevent that, not putting silicone-based dressings on your tires, covering your tires, using the motorhome, right? Like, or RV. These things have to move, guys. If you don't, it's bad news. Another thing you want to look for is a simple 4-digit code on all tires. The one is right here, and the first 2 numbers will be the week that the tire was manufactured. The last 2 numbers will be the year. So we just had these put on in April. These were manufactured the 35th week of 2022. So these tires are going to be good at least 5 years. And it gives us a little bit of peace of mind going down the road.
We don't recommend, although we've done it in the past, but we really try not to, is driving at night, driving if it's raining.
We've pulled over.
We've
cut trips, not short, but just say it's going to have to take longer because the weather's too bad. We're just going to call it. You know, it's too dangerous.
Right, because again, that can easily cause a crash because you don't have the reaction time. If you're tired, if it's late, you've been driving all day, it's just going to make it that much harder. So a lot of you may be wondering, well, what should I do if I have a blowout? It's terrifying, I'm sure.
Front tire's the worst.
Front tire's the worst, yes. Terrifying, right? What most people do, as this article states, is that they would hit the brakes. And this article actually recommends that you do that. Yes, and that can be very dangerous. They say, you know, hit the brakes, try to pull aside. That is not going to be what you want to do. When you are experiencing a blowout, you're supposed to hit the accelerator. And Izzy's going to explain why.
Right, so essentially, when you're going down the road, say you have in a motorhome, you're going down the road 65 miles an hour, all that energy is going straight down the road. When you have a tire blowout, front tire, specifically steer tire, those are the ones that cause the crash. Say I have one on the passenger side, energy is now going to pull me this way. What I want to do, instead of going this way, if I hit the brake, I'm taking the energy moving forward, right, and it's going to pull me over. I'm going to try to counteract. Highly likely we're going to lose control. If you hit the accelerator, you're now adding energy in a forward motion to counteract that pulling to whatever side that tire blew out, gain control. So you want to hit the accelerator, steer to gain control. Once you get control, let off the accelerator, bring the speed down. Again, as the speed goes down, the likelihood of having a fatality is going to be reduced. You're going to bring the speed down, try to pull over. Is that in the real world going to happen? I don't know, right? Like, we've never had a tire blowout, and listen, you can do everything you want in book, but until you train it,
until it happens.
doesn't mean anything,
no,
right?
Exactly.
Like, you have people flying planes, but until they're flying hundreds and thousands of hours in a simulator and in the air, it means nothing. You have to practice this. Also, what we're not taking into account, guys, and it's going to happen because we've seen pictures of it, when this tire blows out, this tire wants to come off the rim. Look how close we are here. It's going to completely rip all this apart. You're talking tens of thousands of dollars of damage if you can walk away from that situation.
So you do everything right. You get the tires where they need to be. You have your tires within spec, and you don't overload your RV, all of that. You're headed down the road, you still can have a blowout. So there are things that can be done. There's certain technology on the market, and it's something that we've done.
We've done it, yeah.
And the peace of mind that it brings, and some of our subscribers have done it as well, and they say the peace of mind is amazing that comes from this.
If you watch, there's a channel out there, RV Texas, y'all. They're RV Texas America now. They had a tire.
RV America, y'all.
RV America, y'all. They had a tire blowout in their Newmar. And they had a blowout after installing Retroban. And this is not a plug for Retroban. We don't get paid by them. We don't make money off of this. Retroban is essentially a band that goes inside of this rim. It was originally developed for military vehicles. They have now brought it to the RV industry. It is exclusive to NIRVC. And what that does, if you have a tire blowout, it does 2 things. Number 1, it tries to keep the tire in the rim. Number 2, that band, it's like a really hard polymer, you essentially ride on that band. So remember what I told you before, when you have a traditional blowout, this tire blows out, motorhome wants to pull to the side of the blowout. With the Retroban, it doesn't do that. You keep control. You're able to keep enough control to get over safely to a safe place. That way you can come out and get whatever assistance that you need. How do we know this works? Well, NIRVC actually did a video where they wired up one of the tires with Brett Davis driving a Cornerstone, and they had a blowout doing 50 plus miles an hour with video
And that thing
Thing
just
stayed
kept
straight,
going. Yeah.
minimal damage.
Yep.
And again, the damage is not, it sucks.
It's the loss of life.
It's the loss of life.
That is terrifying.
Guys, I know, we did a video about Retroban, the installation. We'll link it above. There was some comments in there. People say, well, I bought new tires. It's a lot of money. It really isn't a lot of money. Like, this motorhome new right now is $250,000. This is low end, guys. There's motorhomes that are over $1 million plus. You're talking about $3,500 to $5,500, even if it's $8,000, which is not that. What is the price on a family of 4 and a truck driver? Like, what is that price?
And the dog. Don't
And the
forget
dog. Yeah, like,
I mean,
everybody
it's
has to
horrible.
make their decision, but man, the peace of mind that we have going down the road, thankfully, there is technology out there like that. And we just want to bring that information to you guys. You make your decision, you do what you want to do, but things like this, they don't have to end this way. And thankfully, there is technology out there that could really reduce that chance of something like this happening.
So we know of at least 3 people that have had front tire blowouts.
One
on
that
their
didn't
motorhome.
end very well. People got really messed up.
A friend of a friend. It was very bad. They lived, but it was not good. In the comments below, let us know, do you know anybody that's had a tire blowout? Have you ever experienced something like this? Put that in the comments and share your thoughts about this technology and what you feel.
Yeah, if you want more information on Retroban, again, we make nothing from it, but we're going to put their information below. What we make from it is maybe somebody's life will get saved. Somebody's family will get saved by using this technology.
And I do just want to say, I mean, this was horrible reading this article. I just want to send prayers to the family of this family. It's just horrifying.
Right, and then for every tragedy, there's always something to learn. This one's no different. There's always something to learn and what could be done differently. And unfortunately, out of tragedies is a lot of times when safety changes are made, unfortunately. If you like videos like this, to the left of us, we'll put our RV news playlist, we'll put our RV newbies playlist, and for myself and MJ, it's a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.